Hey guys, it's Homewrecker, and I am opening 40 packs once again in Hearthstone, Blizzard's new CCG game. And I'm doing this live on stream. I've got a lot of cool people here watching, and they're probably going to provide some additional commentary on their own. But what I'm going to do is, just like I've done in my previous pack opening videos, is try to give a little bit of commentary on the cards. Not too much. Odds are those of you guys who are familiar with this game have probably seen most of them already. But yeah, I do want to show you guys each and every one of the cards, and let's get started. Here's pack number 1. Also, if you guys have missed my previous opening videos and you want to check those out, I have a link to them in the description. Otherwise, check my Hearthstone playlist on YouTube. Alright, here we go. We got one rare in this one. It's a Gadget Zan Auctioneer. He's got that ability whenever you cast a spell, he draws a card. Really nice card. I like it a lot. Fairy Dragon. He can't be targeted, or she, whatever that is. I don't know if it's he or she. But it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Snipe for the Hunter. It's a pretty good card for, you know, a pretty good secret rather. When they play a minion, it deals 4 damage to it. It's almost as good as the Mage's one, where anything that attacks your character gets annihilated. Then we have Redemption. This is when one of your minions dies, returns to life with 1 health. A decent card. The Wisp is trash. It's a 0/1/1. Alright, so that was pack number 1. Here's the second. Got 2 rares, and that's it. We got the Armor Smith for the Warrior. When a friendly minion takes damage, gain 1 armor. Pretty decent card. And that's armor for your hero, of course. Mage, this is what I just talked about, Vaporize. It's a secret. When a minion attacks your hero, destroy it. We got Wind Fury Harpy. That's just a standard card with Wind Fury, of course. Conceal for Rogue. Give all your minions stealth until the next turn. This is actually kind of nice. And another... Oh, wait, no, we didn't get Explosive Trap. This is when your hero's attack deal 2 damage to all enemies. Pretty nice for board clear, and again, it only focuses on enemies. Not just... it's not your characters. Alright, so we got 1 rare and 1 epic. We got the Ancient of Lore for the Druid. Really nice card. You get to choose between either drawing 2 cards or restoring 5 health. And, of course, most people usually go for the card draw, but it's a pretty damn nice card. And we got Warrior Commanding Shout. It's your minions can't be reduced below 1 health this turn. Draw a card. Nice card as well for the Warrior. Warrior actually got a pretty big buff post-wipe. Harvest Golem. That's got a Death Rattle where it summons a weakened Golem. Silverhand Knight. It's also a summoning card. It summons a 2/2 Squire. And the Earthring Farseer with Restore 3 health. It's a 3/3/3. Pretty decent. Alright. We got 1 rare. Ancestral Spirit for the Shaman. Choose a minion. When that minion is destroyed, return to the battlefield. It's like a revive, essentially. This can be really big. Although I don't see many Shamans roll with it, for whatever reason. Alright, Urshock, another Shaman card. Silence a minion, deal 1 damage to it. Thrallmar Farseer with Wind Fury, meaning he can attack twice. Another Wisp. And a Golden Common. Another Wind Fury Harpy. But this one's golden. Golden gives it that sweet-ass animation, so pretty cool. I got 1 rare, and that's it. Got Holy Wrath for Paladin. Deal a card, or draw a card and deal its damage, or deal damage equal to its cost. I actually lost a game recently because of this. The guy drew a 7 mana cost card and outright killed one of my strongest creatures. We got Lightning Bolt for the Shaman. It deals 3 damage, but it's got Overload 1, which means your next turn you're missing 1 mana crystal. Mirror Entity for the Mage. When your opponent summons a minion, summon a copy of it. That's a really nice card. Silence for Priest. Obviously, silence a minion is 0 mana cost. And then Bloodsail Raider. For all classes, gain attack equal to the attack your weapon. This is good when you're using a class that uses weapons. She can get really buff. Okay, we got 1 rare, 2 rare, 1 epic. Oh! This is a nice deck. Or pack. We've got a legendary. We've got a legendary! It's Nat Pagle. It's 2/04. It's at the end of your turn you have a 50% chance to draw a card. This occasionally can be huge, where you just get card draw after card draw after card draw early game. But at the same time, he's got no strength, or, you know, no attack. So, it's kind of, you know, it's risky, 50-50. of him being useful or useless. Big Game Hunter for all classes. This is our epic, and it's destroy a minion with attack 7 or more. Obviously situational, but I've seen this used really, really effectively. And yeah, it can just outright destroy a high tier card. But here's the thing, right? If you play this thing early game, you lose that benefit. So it's tough decision. All right, mind control tech. This is a 3/3 with if your opponent controls 4 minions, you take control 1 at random. You really have no control over what it takes. Then we got another Murloc. It's a 3/2/2. Each player draws 2 cards. And the Amani Berserker, which has an enrage of +3 attack. Awesome. So we got one legendary so far. I'm hoping to see more. We'll see how it goes. All right, 1 rare. Crazed Alchemist. Swap the attack and health of a minion. This can be pretty sweet. For example, that Nat Pagel that you guys just saw, given that he has 0 attack, if you swapped, he'd die instantly. So you can use this against cards that have 0 attack to kill them. For example, even like a Lightwell for the Priest, or Totems for the Shaman. And let's see what else we got. Ancient Brewmaster. This returns a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand, so it literally pulls it out, and then you can resummon it later. And Naturalize for the Druid, destroy a minion, and your opponent draws 2 cards. So it's a nuke. It's super cheap. It's a 1 mana cost nuke, but you give your opponent cards. And then Inner Fire for the Priest, change a minion's attack to be equal to its health. And Deadly Shot for the Hunter, destroy a random enemy minion. Alright. Supposedly, according to chat, Wisp is amazing. I guess I got some stuff to learn about Hearthstone. Alright, Defender of Argus is our rare. It gives adjacent minions +1/+1 and taunt. I like this card a lot. It can be super big. And I mean, you can get 2 taunts out of this and +1/+1 on either side of this guy. Let's see. Argent Protector for Paladin, another really good card. It gives a friendly minion Divine Shield, and it's a 2/2/2. So again, really, really cheap card, and you get a shield out of it for whoever you want. Abusive Sergeant, he gives a friendly minion +2 attack this turn. He's okay. I don't usually play him much. Acolyte of Pain, it's a 3/1/3, and whenever he takes damage, draw a card. Good card for card draw. And then Repentance for the Paladin, when your opponent plays a minion, reduce its health to 1. Which means if you got your little 1/1s on the field, you can take them out. As long as they're not protected, obviously, by taunt. Alright, Mana Addict is our rare in this one. It's whenever you cast a spell, gain +2 attack this turn. Not permanently, it's just temporary. Power of the Wild for the Druid, really good card. You can either give your minions +1/+1, or you could summon a 3/2 Panther. Flesh-Eating Ghoul, whenever a minion dies, gain +1 attack, really good card. Betrayal for the Rogue, an enemy minion deals its damage to the minions next to it. So if they got a strong card surrounded by cards that would normally be killed by that attack damage, you can take 2 creatures out with just by using this. And then Blessing of Wisdom for the Paladin, or choose a minion whenever it attacks, draw a card. Really nice for card draw as a Paladin. You can even give it to the enemy too. Okay. 2 rares. Savannah Highmane. This is a Hunter exclusive card. It's a 6/6/5. When it dies, it summons 2 2/2 hyenas. Really nice card. Headcrack for the Rogue. This is the one that people used to complain about constantly back when pre-wipe. Because this card used to be a 2 mana cost card, and if you combo it, it comes back to your hand. Now it's been nerfed a little bit. Now it costs 3. Which has made it fairly more balanced. I don't see many rogues roll out with the Headcrack build anymore, but it used to be devastating. Argent Protector we talked about, that's a really good card. Forked Lightning for the Shaman, deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions, but it gives you Overload too. It's kind of risky. Youthful Brewmaster, this is obviously the younger Brewmaster, or well, it says useful or youthful right there. Cheaper, it's got less in terms of attack and health, but it does the same thing. It pulls something off the battlefield and lets you play it again. Okay, 1 rare, 2 rares. Stampeding Kodo, really good card. It's a 5/3/5. It destroys a random enemy minion with 2 or less attack when it comes out. Injured Blade Master, he deals 4 damage to himself when he comes out, so he becomes a 4/3, but if you can heal him, he could have up to 7 health. Got the Tauren Warrior, it's a 3/2/3. If it gets enraged, it's got +3 attack, and it's also a taunt. Worgen Infiltrator, it's a 1/2/1 stealth, and Mogushon Warden is a 4/1/7. Honestly, this is... I kind of feel like this is too expensive. But I have seen some people roll with it, because just all that health is tough to take down. Okay. 1 rare. Golden rare. Siphon Soul for the Warlock. Destroy a minion and restore 3 health to your hero. This is a really, really nice card. The only downside is it's expensive. It's 6 mana cost. But it will kill anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Alright, Silverhand Knight. We talked about that. Betrayal we talked about. Wisp we talked about. I don't know why I keep getting these damn wisps. And Priest, Circle of Healing. Restore 4 health to all minions. That includes the enemy minions. Alright, we've got an epic, a rare, and an epic. 2 epics. Murloc Warleader. 3/3/3. All other Murlocs have +2/+1. So if you want to build a Murloc deck, this guy is huge. And an Ancient of War. This is also a really, really great Druid card. It's a 7/5/5. Choose 1 taunt and +5 health or +5 attack. So you could either have a 10/5 or you could have a 5/10 with taunt. And this, yeah, I mean, I've seen this card right here change games completely. Golden Common, Frost Elemental, 6/5/5, freeze a character when it comes out. One of my favorite cards. It's easily probably like my top 10. Really, really nice. Mana Addict, 2/1/3, and actually we talked about this. It gains +2 for 1 turn. And then Sense Demons for Warlock. It puts 2 random demons from your deck into your hand. So if you're chasing demons, you can use this guy to get some. And that includes Lord Jaraxxus if you have it. Oh, I got every Murloc. Awesome. So that gave me Old Murkai. He has +1 attack for each other Murloc on a battlefield. That means we can start building Murloc decks. Alright. Got 1 rare, 2 rares. Another golden rare. Murloc Tidecaller. Whenever a Murloc is summoned, gain +1 attack. God, this is trippy. Weird. Okay, Lightning Storm. It's 2 to 3 damage to all minions, but overload 2. Ancient Brewmaster. Return to friendly. Oh, we talked about him. Battle Rage. This is a strong card. It's been nerfed a little bit over the past few days. What it used to do is it draw a card for every damaged character. Now it's only friendly. And then another Wisp. Wow. What the hell is up with these Wisps? Alright, we got 1 rare. Secret Keeper. Whenever a secret is played, gain +1/+1. Spiteful Smith. This is decent with like the Warrior and other classes that use weapons a lot. It's a 5/4/6. Your weapon has +2 attack when it's enraged. And it's easy to get him enraged given how much health he has. Mirror Entity, we talked about. Soul of the Forest. Give your minions Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 Treant. This can be nice if you got a lot of creatures on the board. Essentially, they all get the Death Rattle, and when they die, they get a 2/2 Treant automatically. And then Worgen Infiltrator we talked about. One rare. Counter spell for the mage. When your opponent casts a spell, counter it. It's a secret. Defice Ringleader. This is a favorite of the rogue class. It's a 2/2/2, but if you combo, as in you use something else with it, you get a 2/1 Defice Bandit. More often than not, when you see rogues roll this out, they get lucky and they get this like on... They've got the coin essentially, and on turn 1 they coin, and then they do this, and since the coin counted as a play of a card, they get out a 2/2 and a 2/1 on you know, turn 1 essentially, which is kind of scary. All right, Forked Lightning we talked about. Circle of Healing, Shadow Step. Okay, Shadow Step. Return a friendly minion to your hand. It costs 2 less. You can use this to pull out a creature and then get a very quick summon out of it for cheat. All right, we got 1 epic. Mind Games for the Priest. Put a copy of a random minion from your opponent's deck into the battlefield. I've seen this do some really big things. This is any card or any minion that your opponent has. If they have Deathwing, you get it, and it doesn't clear your cards. The only downside of this is you don't get the battle cry. But aside from that, like, this can be huge. Alright, Cold Eyed Oracle. I think we 2/2. Each player draws 2 cards. Noble Sacrifice for the Paladin. This is a secret, and when an enemy attacks, summon a 2/1 defender as a new target. Naturalize for the Druid. Destroy a minion, and your opponent draws 2 cards. We talked about that. Thought Steal for Priest. Really fun card. 3 mana cost, but you copy 2 cards from your opponent's deck, not their hand, from their deck, and put it into your hand. Alright, 1 rare. Perdition's Blade for the Rogue. It's a 3/2/2 battle cry. It deals 1 damage. If you combo, you get to do 2 damage instead to anything you want. Okay, we got Fairy Dragon. Really nice card. Can't be targeted by hero spells and whatnot. 3/3, restore 3 health with the Earthen Ring Farseer. Lightning Bolt for the Shaman. I like this card a lot. It deals 3 damage, but it's only Overload 1. And Ice Lance for the Mage. This can be really, really nice. If you freeze a character first, it does 4 damage. Otherwise, it will just freeze, and this includes the hero characters as well. So you can stop a warrior from attacking for a turn. Alright, 1 rare. We got Master of Disguise for the Rogue. It says, give a friendly minion stealth, and it's a 4/4/4. Pretty nice card. Bloodtail Raider, gain attack equal to the attack of your weapon. Forked Lightning we talked about. Noble Sacrifice we talked about. And Circle of Healing we talked about as well. Okay. 1 rare. Eaglehorn Bow for the Hunter. Whenever a secret is revealed, gain +1 durability. Really, really nice weapon. Especially if you're going with like a secret deck. Okay. Got Wrath for the Druid. It deals 3 damage to a minion or 1 damage and draw a card. This can be nice if there's a creature out there that just has 1 health and you want to finish it off quickly and get a card draw out of it. Demon Fire for the Warlock. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If it's a demon, a friendly demon, give it +2/+2 instead. Redemption we talked about. And Flame Imp for the Warlock. It's a really fun card. It's a 1/3/2, but it deals 2 damage to your hero when it comes out. So it's cheap, but it hurts you. Okay, we have 1 rare. Savannah Highmane we talked about. Slam for the Warrior. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If it survives, draw a card. Another Slam. Deadly Shot for the Hunter. Great card. It's a 3 mana cost. Destroy a random enemy minion. And it's a sure kill. I mean, if the enemy has 1 creature, it's you know which one's going to die. Otherwise, it's random. And Cold Blood for the Rogue. Give a minion +2 attack. Or if you combo it, +4 instead. And that's a permanent buff. Alright, we got 1 rare. Lava Burst for the Shaman. This is a pretty cheap nuke. It's a 3 mana cost nuke. Deals 5 damage. But it's got Overload too. So you're going to be hurting your next turn. Dread Corsair costs 1 less per attack of your weapon. So it's a 4/3/3. Raging Worgen, 3/3/3, Wind Fury, and +1 attack when it's enraged. So if you can smack something with it that won't kill it, it will get another attack and it'll be stronger. Explosive Trap, we talked about. Freezing Trap, we have not. This is a secret. When an enemy attacks, return it to its owner, and it costs 2 more. And it's entirely possible that that could make something like where it can't be summoned, as far as I know. Like where it'll cost 11 mana. Okay. We have 1 rare. 2 rares, alright. Mortal Strike for the Warrior. Deal 4 damage. If your hero has 12 or less health, deal 6 instead. Light Warden, 1/1/2. Whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack, and that's permanent. Urshock we talked about. Scavenging Hyena, great card for the Hunter. It's a 2/2/2. Whenever a friendly beast dies, gain +2/+1. So if you have a beast deck, that's a great card to use. And Imani Berserker, we talked about him. Okay. 1 epic. Golden Epic. Wow, the wheel spins. And his beard moves too. That's really cool. Your other pirates have +1/+1, and it's a 3/3/3. That's pretty badass. Mind Control Tech we talked about. Explosive Trap we talked about. Loot Hoarder is a 2/2/1. Death Rattle draws a card. And Brewmaster we talked about. Okay, we got one rare. No, two rares. Okay, Gadget Zan Auctioneer. It's a 5/4/4, and whenever you cast a spell, draw a card. Crazed Alchemist. I swear we talked about this. Swap attack and health. Leper Gnome. It's a 1/2/1, and when it dies, it deals 2 damage to the enemy hero. Cult Master is a 4/4/2. Whenever one of your other minions dies, draw a card. But if he dies first, he doesn't draw a card for himself. And Paladin Repentance. When a opponent plays a minion, reduce its health to 1. I think we talked about that one. I'm really hoping for another legendary. Alright, here's an epic. We got Ice Block for the mage. When your hero takes fatal damage, prevent it and become immune this turn. So you get one more turn for sure. Where's that rare? There it is. Alarm Robot 3/03. It swaps at the start of your turn, but it has to live until then. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, you'll hear stories about how this swapped in like a really, really strong creature, but you have no control over what comes in. Alright, Silence. It's a 0 mana cost Silence. We talked about Naturalize. Inner Fire for the priest. Change your minion's attack to be equal to its health. Okay, we got another epic. Lay on Hands for the Paladin. It's an 8 mana cost, restore 8 health, and it gives you the 3-card draw, but obviously it's super, super expensive. Wild Pyromancer 2/3/2. After you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to all minions, that's including him. So if you cast 2 spells after summoning him, he's dead. Alright, Cold Blood we talked about. Flame Imp we talked about. And Inner Rage, it's a warrior card. It deals 1 damage to a minion and gives it +2 attack. You can use this actually to murder creatures if they have 1 health left. But alternatively, you can use it to get a quick buff, but your creature's obviously going to be a little bit weaker. Oh, we got 1 rare. 2 rares. Another golden rare. Master of Disguise for the rogue. 4/4/4. Give a friendly minion stealth. We talked about this one just a second ago. Demolisher 3/1/4. At the start of your turn, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Really good card. In a recent arena play, this really, really gave me a lot of grief. Silverhand Knight we talked about. Shield Bearer is a 1/0/4 taunt. Obviously super cheap taunt, but it's got no attack. And Inner Rage. Deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +2 attack. We just talked about that one too. Alright, we got a rare. That's it. Starfall for the Druid. Deal 5 damage to a minion or 2 damage to all enemy minions for 5 mana cost. So it can be like a Consecrate or a whatchamacallit for the priest. Oh shit, I forgot what it's called. Damn it. Oh well, I forget. But anyway, it can be either that with 2 damage across all, or it can do a 5 damage nuke. It's up to you. Ice Lance we talked about. Demon Fire. Holy Nova, yeah, chat knows. Holy Nova. Alright, Mark of Nature is really nice for the Druid. Give a minion +4 attack or +4 health and taunt. Super, super awesome buff for the Druid. And Spiteful Smith we talked about. Another epic. No rare? Alright, Spellbander. When an enemy casts a spell on a minion, summon a 1/3 as a new target. It's a secret. That's cool. Fairy Dragon we talked about. Cold Blood we talked about. Silver Moon Guardians 4/3/3 with Divine Shield. And Sorcerer's Apprentice for the Mage. Your spells cost 1 less, and it's a 2/3/2. Pretty good card. We got 1 rare, 2 rares. I'm starting to worry we might not get a another legendary here. We're almost running out of packs. Blessed Champion, double a minion's attack for the Paladin. Shadow Madness for the Priest. Really fun card. Gain control of an enemy minion with 3 or less attack until the end of the turn. So you borrow the unit and you could attack with it the same turn. Really fun. Alright, Battle Rage we talked about. Light Spawn is a 4/0/5, but it's not really a 0 unless it's silenced. It says this minion's attack is always equal to its health. So, let's say you pull him out, he's fresh, he's a 5/5. If he gets hit by a 3 attack creature, he becomes a 2/2. The attack is always equal. And then Inner Fire, change minion's attack to equal its health. I think we talked about that. Okay, 1 rare. And that's it. Emperor Cobra, one of my favorite cards. 3/2/3. Destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Really awesome card. Snipe we talked about. Thought Steal we talked about. Bloodtail Raider we talked about. And Lightspawn we just talked about. Alright, 1 rare. Finally, another legendary. Oh, yeah! Awesome! It's Ysura! At the end of your turn, draw a dream card. Perfect! This is a really, really fun card. I'm happy about that. Yeah, that's great. The only thing that would have made this better is a golden Ysura, but no, I'm happy with this. This is nice. Alright, we got Mark of Nature. We talked about... Oh, we forgot the rare. We got Vaporize for the mage. When an enemy or when a minion attacks, destroy it. And thank you, Naraturgist. Cool thing about Hearthstone is it tells your friends when you get a legendary. Ice Barrier for the mage is another secret. As soon as your hero is attacked, gain 8 armor. And Snipe, somebody asked in chat, what is a dream card? A dream card is like one of several cards. And one of them is like a really, really strong but cheap dragon. It's like a 4 mana cost, 7/6. Another one will let you send an enemy creature back to the your opponent's hand. I'm trying to think of the other one. Oh, another one is deal 3 damage to all enemy or all minions except Ysura. Something like that. I mean, there's a lot of really cool dream cards. And they're all unique to Ysura, too. So it's a really, really awesome legendary. Okay. 1 rare. Starfall, we talked about. Priestess of Elune, 6/5/4. Restore 4 health to your hero. A Golden Common, Cult Master. Alright, he's a 4/4/2. Whenever one of your other minions dies, draw a card. Or did we talk about Scavenging Hyena? Yeah, we did. Whenever a beast dies, gain +2/+1. And Amani we talked about. We do not want a Golden Wisp. I see you guys talking over there. Alright. Here's another epic. It's a Paladin. Awesome weapon. Awesome, awesome weapon. 3/1/5. Whenever you summon a minion, give it +1/+1. And this loses 1 durability. This is a weapon that really you don't want to attack with. You just want to keep using it to buff everything that you pull out. Okay, Manatite Totem, awesome card for the Shaman. It's a 3/0/3, but at the end of your turn, you draw a card. It's kind of like that Nat Pagel or whatever that I had, but in this case, it's a 100% chance of a card draw. But obviously, this is for Shaman only. You can't use it with other classes. Wrathy Weaponsmith for the Warrior, really good card. It's a 4/3/3, and it gives you a +2 or a 2/2 weapon. Oh god, another wisp. What is going on? You guys are cursing me with these wisps. Come on, guys. Alright. And then Raging Worgen we talked about. I do not want a golden wisp. I will melt that thing down the second it spawns if I get one. Flare for the Hunter. All minions lose stealth, destroy all enemy secrets, draw a card. It's an interesting card. I've only seen it used once. And actually, it was used really well. It got rid of my secrets. And I was shocked that a Hunter had it. And I think it was an arena too, if I remember correctly. Direwolf Alpha is a 2/2/2, and adjacent minions have 1 attack. Arathia Weaponsmith, we just talked about. Argent Squire, really, really cheap Divine Shield. It's 1/1/1 with Divine Shield. Good combo, though, with the Blood Knight. Alright, Redemption for the Paladin, we talked about. Okay, we're almost done. Got 1 rare. Argent Commander, good card. It's a 6/4/3, and it's got both Charge and Divine Shield, so you can rush out, smack something, do 4 damage to it, and this thing is still alive. All in 1 turn. Okay, Cruel Taskmaster for the warrior. It's a 2/2/2. Deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +2 attack. Harvest Golem is a 3/2/3. When it dies, it summons a damage golem. Talked about that. And Lightning Bolt we also talked about. Alright, 1 rare. Mind Control Tech we talked about. Thrallmar Farseer we talked about. Youthful Brewmaster we talked about. Ice Barrier we talked about. And another Brewmaster. Lots of dupes. Okay, we got an epic. And a rare. Alright, Ice Block. We just talked about this one, so I guess I have 2 of those now. Another Mind Control Tech. What the hell? Unleash the Hounds for the Hunter. Give your beast +1 attack and charge. Both. Temple Enforcer for the Priest. It's 6/6/6, and it gives a friendly minion +3 health. And Ice Lance we talked about. And here we go. This is our last pack. Just a rare. Alright. Well, this is a 4/4/4 Master of Disguise. Give a friendly minion stealth. We talked about that actually. And we got a golden one, didn't we? Conceal we talked about. Torn Warrior we talked about. Man Worm we have not talked about. It's a 1/1/3. Whenever you cast a spell, gain +1 attack. This thing can actually get really, really strong with mages. And Cult Master we talked about. Alright, so we've gotten through all of the 40 packs. And let me just verify really quick here. Actually, let's go in crafting mode. Alright, we are going to disenchant 1,130 dust here, mainly because of commons. We have 710 in common dupes, and we have 420 in rare dupes, interestingly enough. So let's go ahead and clear that. There we go. Got all that dust, 2350. And thank you to the Play to Win. He did chip in for a significant portion of this 40-pack opening. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoy the show here in chat and also on YouTube. Let me know what you guys thought and if you want to see more pack opening videos. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see all of you next time.